Ahmadi religion of peace and light. I'm a follower of the Mahdi, Abdullah Hashim Abu Sadiq. So,
So you're Sunni?
Ahmadi religion of peace and light. I'm neither Sunni or Shia.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's new. Okay.
Yeah, that's new. So, I just want to start by asking you, if you will be sincere, did you research Islam, like, honestly? And while you are doing your research, were you positive? Were you neutral and very neutral? Or do you have a little bit of hate towards Muhammad, towards Islam, while you are doing your research?
What's your name? Hashemite? I'll just call it short and just say Hash, okay?
Yeah, pretty much. You know, the Prophet Muhammad is from the tribe of Hashim. So the people, the descendants of Hashim are called Hashemite.
Okay, that's
And
okay.
this man you see
I
on
would
my
say
profile
Hash.
picture, his
Yes,
name
the
is
person you are seeing on his profile picture is his leader.
yeah, that's
Oh,
my
okay.
savior. That's my Lord, actually. Yeah.
Your Lord.
I'm
Yeah.
telling you, we're not joking here.
Okay.
This person you are seeing here now.
Yeah, this is
I
this
don't want
is
to
a
go
descendant
into
of this is a descendant of the Prophet Muhammad. He is a successor of Prophet Muhammad. He is Prophet Muhammad today in this generation.
Hold
So
on
we
a
are not
minute.
going into that.
Effendi said Jordan is in prison right now. Hashmite, is your leader in prison?
No, he's not in prison.
Was he
There
sent to
was a
prison?
yeah, there's this prophecy that the similitude of the situation
Let me
of the
stop your
prophets.
time. Let me stop your time.
Okay. So,
Your boss
so what
has
happened,
entered
host?
prison already.
this.
What happened, host, is that right? If you look at the prophecies regarding him, it is said that the situations of the previous prophets, like Moses and etc., will repeat their will repeat itself in his own time. Meaning, what they went through, he will go the same. So there was a lecture he
I
made
don't know
like 2
what
years ago
you
where
think they went through, brother. Wait. If you, what was he convicted of that sent him to prison?
yeah, he was accused of slavery, modern slavery.
Whoa! But going to prison is not the same as going to cell. If you went to prison, that
Yeah.
means that a judge
Yeah.
pronounced him guilty as charged and then convicted him. So now he's an ex-convict.
No. That's what I was actually trying to say. It's something that is normally.
Wait. No. Brother, see, listen. There's no big deal about this thing. These are legal terms. If he is an ex-convict, meaning that he has once been convicted by a judge, if he was acquitted,
Exactly.
so he's an
But he is
ex-convict.
not. But he is not.
So how come he's not? Was he acquitted by a judge?
No. What happened is that there are like some ex-members, like people who like were with him, and then later on they came and they were saying that he's enslaving people, force people into
No,
marriages,
I'm not interested in
all
the
of that.
story. Brother
I know,
Hashmite, listen.
I know, but
Hashmite,
I'm
listen.
going to read the name of
Me and you were almost the same. My own founder was put in a cell, not in a prison. When mobs went to that cell, they shot and unalived him in that jail. So
Oh
he
my
was
God.
not convicted, but he was sent to jail many times. So going to prison is not a big deal for one that believes in
No,
God.
he didn't go to prison at all.
Oh,
He
okay. So
didn't
it's
go
not
to
an
prison.
ex-convict.
No, he's not. That is why I was trying to tell you what
Okay, let me
actually
do my own
happened.
research. Don't worry. Go ahead now and engage James. Let me do my own
Okay.
research. Thank you.
Yeah, so
All right,
that was
man.
my first question
you
to
asked me
you.
a question. You asked me a
Yeah.
question. You said, when I look at Islam, am I looking at it from a open heart point of view, or am I looking at it from a hatred point of view? Is that the question you asked?
No. That's not my question. Like, my question is, did you actually research it? Not your opinion, not how you look at it. Did you research, like you study it to research it? And while you are doing your research, were you doing it? Were you coming from being positive and just being neutral, just seeking to know what is actually going on in there, or you came with this feeling like this must be, a false religion and all of that?
So actually, when I started looking into Islam, I really wasn't interested in Islam, to be honest with you. Even though I consider Islam at the beginning of my faith, when I started to do research on my own, because I almost become an atheist. I think I've told that story on here. But I started to go deeper into studying the history of Islam and all of that when I actually started having conversation with Muslims. And that was right here on TikTok, a few months back. And so when I started doing that, like you asked me, I had an open heart. Actually, I really had an open heart to the extent where I was like, with the journey that I'm taking right now with this religion, if I can find evidence for this religion that overwhelms the evidence for Christ, I think I'm going to follow these guys. That's
I
how
think
open my heart was.
I think a short answer is that you have studied Islam, even though not too
Yeah, I mean,
much,
not
but
not
to
not
the
hundred
best of your
percent,
ability.
but yeah, to an
Okay,
extent.
okay,
Yeah.
okay. All right. Now, I believe the research you made about Islam is what helped you come to a conclusion that Muhammad is false and the religion itself is false and all of that.
Yeah, because there are key things I was looking for. I was looking for, is this something that is from God? And and also I was looking at the character of Muhammad, the kind of person he was. How did he live his life compared to how Jesus lived his life? Jesus was sinless, and the Quran itself confirmed to that. And so these are all the criterias that I was, kind of laying down.
Do you then believe that? Do you believe that he's a false prophet,
Who was a false prophet?
Muhammad?
Yeah, I don't think Muhammad is a true prophet. No.
If he's a false prophet, that means even the Quran and etc. All of that will be
Yeah,
false.
everything got to be false because
Okay.
the way that he received the revelation alone, it kind of raised a lot of alarm as to
How
why.
did he receive the revelation?
I think before you came up, we went over that. So when you study I think this should be in Sahih Bukhari, but that's one of their authentic hadith. And if you read the narration of how Muhammad received the revelation back in 610 AD, he was in a cave called Hira. At the time, Muhammad was married to his first wife called Khadija. Okay, he married that lady when she was in
I
her
love that
40s.
you just summarize, because of time. Like
Yeah, I'm trying my best to
just try
summarize
to
it.
make it short.
Yeah, I'm
So
trying. I'm trying my best.
I think I already know what you're going to say. He encountered an entity whom he believed to be Jibril, and he
Yeah.
came to his wife, and he was terrified. He was telling her to cover him up, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
this is one of the reasons why it is
He almost committed
concluded
suicide.
that.
The other guy denied it, but yeah, he almost
Oh,
committed suicide.
he also almost committed suicide.
Yeah,
Okay.
a previous Muslim denied it, but it's true.
Okay, okay. Now, do you believe that all of these are true? That they actually happen?
Well, I mean, according to the hadith, yeah, that's the narration
Yeah,
of
yeah. So
Muhammad's
you
life.
believe that the hadith is telling the truth?
I mean, that's what
That
they're
this is
telling
what
us.
actually happened? That this is what Muhammad actually did?
I
You
mean,
believe that that is true?
if it's not true, then Islam is even in a worse state. I mean,
Okay.
if it's true, it's false. If it's not true, it's still false. So I
All right.
mean,
So now I'll ask you this, right? Now, if other people study the same thing that you studied, but they come to a conclusion that he is a true prophet and all of his claims are true, right? And they put him on the same level, on the same category as the prophets that are mentioned in the Bible, will that be a problem? Since this is what
wait,
they
come
are,
again,
they
come again with
understand.
that. You said if they study
If
him.
they studied the same thing that you studied and come to a conclusion that he is a false prophet, they studied the same thing, got the same information that you
And their
got,
conclusion is that he's false,
yeah, and their conclusion is opposite. They are
that he's
concluding that
true.
that is true, and they put him on the same, stage, on the same station as the prophets mentioned in the Bible. Would that be okay to say, okay, yeah, it's fine, everybody can have their own opinion?
Well, you already have millions of Muslims that already agree with that idea.
Okay.
So it's not a hypothetical. It already exists.
But you see what I see to be a problem, right?
What is the problem?
If I read the hadith and drawing parallels to all of those hadiths saying that, he went to the cave and all of that, all these things, all these seemingly crazy narrations about Muhammad. And I take all of that to be true and conclude that Muhammad is false. I think there will be a problem. And
What
here's the
do you
reason.
mean by that?
The reason why I'll think there's a problem is that if you go through all these same hadith, all these Sahih Bukhari and Sahih Muslim, there are a lot of good things there that are all attributed to Muhammad as well. So it will look like I am, ignoring all the good things said about Muhammad, and I'm just focusing on what seems crazy to me, and then I am capitalizing on that. But that being said, right? I see even from the Bible, right? I don't want to mention names or verses because I don't want us to go into argument. There are situations where people saw angel and they were very, very terrified. You understand?
But what did the angel say to them?
Though the angels say to them, "Don't be afraid." But from here,
Did Jibril say that to Muhammad in the cave?
well, he didn't say so. Rather, he commanded him to read according to
So is
the
that
hadith.
Jibril? Is that Jibril?
Well, that is my opinion. I think I'm the one engaging you, and
Okay.
that's not the point I'm trying
Let
to
me
make.
step in. Hashemite, I think I've heard this story here that the angel that visited him even pressed his neck or press. Is that correct?
Well, that is what we are made to believe. Even me too, I used to say that before, but I haven't come across the hadith though.
Oh, okay. I've heard it here that the angel bullied him. So what it means is that the angel Gabriel, that came this time around, has become quite violent in nature, because of the aggressive manner that
Yes,
he
commanding
unleashed
him to
the
read.
gentleman.
Yeah, commanding him
Right
to
on.
do what he cannot do, telling him to read.
Hose, I have the hadith here if you want me to read it.
Okay, so
Read it for him, since he said he has not heard it before. Read it for him, sir.
no. Who's? I think when I request for it, but I didn't request for it. The
Okay.
reason why he will read it is if I disagree, if I'm saying it's a lie, right? So my point here is James, right? Regardless whether the angel said do not be afraid, you understand? Whether the angel comforts them, what is shown here, what is demonstrated here is that encountering an angel is not a joke. You must be terrified.
I agree with you. I
All
agree
right,
with you.
that's good.
Because angels are
Now
not
there is something you said. Now
regular people,
there is
but
something you said.
okay.
No. Whatever, that is our mess as Muslims. We deal with our mess. Whatever is
Okay.
said that is funny, that is bad, that's our problem. And you are not to be blamed for concluding that, he is a false prophet because you are not reading from your source, you're reading from our source, and all of these
Exactly.
is coming from us. Yeah. So now, there's something you also said. You said that he left the Muslims confused. He didn't even preserve the Quran for them. They have to fight over the recitation of the Quran. Okay. Did you actually research that, or you just conclude on your own?
Bro, if I come on here and give false information, that'll be a very bad thing for me to do.
No, no one is saying you come in with a false information.
Well, anything I say here, you can go and research it for yourself. Okay. If you
Okay.
study
The
the
reason
history
why
of Islam, you
I'm
know
asking,
that
right?
no, let me finish because you brought it up, right? If you study the history of Islam, you know that Muhammad died in 632 AD, and when he died, he did not leave anybody in place to take over the caliphate. Okay.
Okay.
It was Abu Bakr and Ali, who was his daughter's husband, that was fighting over who would become
And
the
Omar is
caliphate.
also his in-law as well. Yeah, maybe you forgot
Yeah,
to add
yeah,
Omar.
yeah. Umar, yeah.
All right, you
So
know what? Because of the time is going, right? The reason why I was asking you that question is that if you had researched deeper, you would have found otherwise. You know, there is this
well,
man called Abdullah bin Abu Sarh. In fact, the Christians, they also use this man against Islam in several cases when they're trying to demonize Islam. So, who is Abdullah bin Abu Sarh? He is one of the scribes, one of the 42 scribes that helped Muhammad to write down the Quran. So, if Muhammad had 42 scribes, that means he actually had a copy of the Quran written down. Because this guy, Abdullah bin Abu Sarh, he actually apostated because he was not really understanding Muhammad. He was feeling like it seems like he's making up all of this revelation and claiming that it's coming from God. So he apostated. And I think there was a verdict made against him that he should be unalive then. But
but
Uthman actually interceded for him. Abdullah bin
which
Abu Sarh,
oh, okay.
yeah, according to the story, he was supposed to be executed.
Do you
But
know who Zed is? I don't know
who?
his full name, but it's like
Zayd
this.
bin Thabit,
Yeah, Zed, yeah.
I
There you
think
go.
he is one of the 42 scribes as well.
Yeah, he was the one that helped Uthman to compile the Quran after
That's
Muhammad
about
had.
30 years. That's about 30
Yeah,
years later.
yeah, but he
Okay.
helped Muhammad to compile the first Quran, correct?
So now this shows that it is not, it's not reliable to say that Muhammad didn't leave a Quran preserved.
No, but the Quran was not compiled. It was in prison. Muhammad did not write anything. Okay, the Quran was given to him over 23 years orally, and his scribes wrote stuff down on different parchments of, some people
But
wrote it on necklaces.
it says that he had 42 scribes,
Yeah,
42
he he
scribes.
he, he
They
had
were
42
writing it down
scribes.
for him. They
He
were
have
writing it down for him.
I get that. I understand that. But here's the thing. The Quran was not written in a compiled form, like on a scroll or a book or anything. It was
Is there
scattered
any
on different.
i-
The
is there
verses were scattered on different things.
well, that's what I'm saying. You know,
Okay.
while you're getting while in Islam you're researching, right? If you get a source that says X, you also get another source that says Y, and that's the problem.
What do you mean by
So
that?
so if you find something saying that Muhammad did not, you find another one saying he did.
Well, that's not agreeing with history because
I
what
am
I'm
not
a lot.
saying, wait. I am not saying that this is agreeing with history, but I am saying if you are holding if you're holding
Okay,
Muslims by
okay,
their
Hesh,
sources, right?
Hash. Let me ask you this, okay? I know you're engaging me, but let me just say this:
Go ahead.
was Muhammad literate? Could he read and write?
Yes, he could.
That's not true.
You
That
see,
is not
and
true.
that's the problem. You see,
No,
that's the
but
problem.
you're
Wait,
getting
wait,
that
wait,
from
wait,
you.
wait, 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 wait,
That is
wait.
not
Am
true.
I a
No.
Muslim? Am I? Did I tell you I'm a Muslim?
Well, whether you're Muslim or not, wherever you're getting that information from is false. Doesn't
James.
matter.
Wait, James. It is as though I am asking you a question in Christianity, and then you give me an answer, and then me, a Muslim, open my mouth to tell you that it is false. Think about that.
Dude,
Think
if
about that,
if if
bro.
you were to
You
ask me a
with your
question
own faith.
about
Wait.
Christianity,
You with, well, my
if
time
you
is
were to
up,
ask me
though.
a question about Christianity and say, did Paul went to Athens, Greece to preach to pagans? And I said no. That's a false information according to history. Paul did go to Athens, Greece. So why
All
would I
right.
say that?
Study Muslim, we take it from here.
All right. James, how are you?
Striving, nice to meet you again, my brother.
You too. All right. So I want to deal with the central thesis of your claim, which is that Islam claiming that previous prophets were Muslim is a lie. Then we come to the point that you made about there is evidence that proves that the prophet is not the true prophet. These were the central points of your enforcement, right?
Wait, say that again.
Your enforcement was about number one, there is no evidence that shows Islam. The previous
You sound a little
prophets were
low, man.
Muslims.
I don't know. You're low a little bit. Maybe it's my volume. I don't know.
Is it better now?
Oh yeah, much better now. There you go.
All right. So you had two positions that you presented. Number one is the fact that Islam, the claim that the previous prophets were Muslims and followed Islam is false. And number two, the Prophet Muhammad is not a true prophet that didn't leave the people with the right things to do, how to preserve the Quran, and didn't even know when he was going to pass away.
Well,
2 points, right?
No, that's not accurate. The first one is accurate, but the second one, that's not the reason I gave why he's not a true prophet.
I know.
That
I
conversation
just
later.
repeated the things you said. I just repeated the things you said.
I
Okay.
just want to clarify because that conversation came later. What I said was, one, there's no prophecy that is before him, and two, the way that he received the revelation cannot be from God. Okay.
All right. So let's start with the first one. The Islam makes a claim that the previous prophets, like Ibrahim, were Muslims. Your verdict is that this is a lie, correct?
Well, if you're gonna say they're Muslim, what makes them a Muslim, and who is a Muslim?
What is the verdict about the statement? Is it true or false?
No, they were not Muslims. No.
So it's a false statement, right?
Yeah, it's not true. They
All
were
right. So
not Muslims.
Ibrahim being a Muslim, as the Quran claims, is a false statement, correct?
Abraham was not a Muslim.
Okay. What's the evidence for that? What's the evidence for that he was not a
Because
Muslim?
Abraham worshiped Yahweh. You worship.
How do you know this?
Allah. You pray 5 times a day. You do your Muslim
Ibrahim worshipped Yahweh. How do you know this?
from Jewish traditions.
Can you give a quote, please? Were the Jews, sorry, before you do that. Were the Jews,
I mean, in the Torah, we see that in the
hold on.
Torah, is in
Hold
the
on, please.
Talmud.
I'm coming, please. I misspoke.
No, so
Were the Jews around when Abraham was worshiping?
were Jews around? Abraham is the father of Jews, man.
Were they Jews when he was worshiping and calling God Yahweh?
Jews came from him. I would consider him a Jew because Jews.
Were they
came
there
from-
or not?
No, because he's the father of all the
Alright,
Jews.
so he's the father.
Yeah, he's the father of all the Jews. There's no way they're gonna be there. They came out of him. What is he doing?
They are only called Jews after his grandson, right?
Yeah, Jews came from Abraham. Abraham is
All
the
right.
father.
They came
of-
from him, but they were not there. They were not around. The children of Abraham were not there to witness what he was doing, right? So what they tell us is not based on what they experienced, correct?
Well, Abraham lived to see his children, so the story was narrated. That's why we have Jewish traditions. That's why we have.
What we have today, is it from those children? Do you have
Absolutely.
records from those children?
The story was passed down. Abraham lived long
We
enough.
have
to see his-
records, written records from those children, yes or no?
We have the Jewish tradition. We have the.
Do we
Talmud.
have written records that was written
We have the
from
Torah.
those children?
What do you mean written records from those children? What are
From
you
the
talking?
children that were looking at Abraham, they were witnessing him. Do we have their records?
What are you talking about? What do you mean like the?
Do we
children
have
are-
the
You
records?
talking about
The
Isaac and
children
Jacob?
of Abraham witnessed him and they saw what he called God. Do we have the records?
You talking about Isaac?
You said
Isaac
the
is
Jews
his
were
son.
there, they were his descendants, they witnessed him, they saw his life, and they know what he
Yeah,
called
Isaac-
God.
Isaac-
Do we
Isaac
have
was
their
his-
written records?
Isaac was his son, and Isaac witnessed his father.
Do we have written record to Isaac?
Yeah, in the Torah, in the Talmud.
Is Torah, did Isaac write Torah?
Dude, do you know how these things
Did
work when it
Isaac
comes
write
to
Torah?
Isaac did not write the Torah, but
Who wrote Torah?
these are traditions that were
Who
passed
wrote
down.
Torah?
Who wrote the Torah?
Yes. Who is the source of the Torah?
I know Torah. Stop talking to this man. I know Torah.
Who wrote the Torah, please? Who is the source of it?
What is this?
it's
What does it
you-
have to do? What does this have
Please,
to do with
who is the
whether
source of
Islam
the
is true or
Torah?
not?
We have limited time. Who is the source of the
Well,
Torah?
it has nothing to do with whether Islam is,
Who
is
is
true
the
or not.
source of the Torah, please?
I think you're deviating from the topic, man.
Who is the source of the
You're
Torah?
deviating from the topic. You're deviating from the topic. Let's go
Who
to the
is
topic.
it?
The Torah is actually the 5 books of Moses. If that's what you want to talk about, let's talk about
Who
it.
is the
Okay.
one that is giving us information from there? Who wrote
Do
it
you
down?
do you want me to talk about it?
Who wrote it down? Who
Do
is
you want
giving
me
us
to talk
information
about it?
found in those books?
Are you going to give me the chance to talk about it? I'm
I
not
just
just
need
going
a
to give
name.
you the answer that
I
you
don't need an explanation. I need a name. Who is the
Okay,
person that
then,
is writing that?
then you don't want to engage then, because if you're not
Can
going
you
to
please give me a
ask me
name?
a question, if you ask me a question and you're not going to allow me to explain, then I
Answer the
don't
way
think
you want to explain
engage.
them. Answer the way you want to answer. At least, please, at the end of the explanation, just give us a name of who is giving us information
Because
from the Torah. That's what I'm asking.
first of all, this is not even about the Torah. This is about Islam and whether Islam existed, before the 5th century. This is about proving Islam true. Okay, so
You
it
said
has
you want
nothing
time to answer the question. I've given you time. Now you're wasting the time. Can you please tell me, you are the one that brought the Torah. I asked you, what did Abraham was a Muslim?
Nah,
You said it's a false
no,
statement because Abraham worshipped Yahweh.
confidence.
Hold on,
Confidence
please.
today.
Hold
I don't
on.
want to unleash the preacher
Hold
because
on.
I
You
want to be
said, I asked you,
I
the
want to be
Islam makes
calm
a
with this
claim
guy.
that.
But if he
What
push
are
me,
you
I will
doing,
unleash
James?
it.
What are you doing, James? You made
No,
a claim that
I'm trying to respond to
the statement in the Quran that Abraham was a Muslim is a false statement. I asked you, why is it a false statement? What
yeah,
is the evidence? You said because Abraham worshipped Yahweh.
because
I said, how do you know this? You
what
said
makes
because of the
Abraham a
Torah.
Muslim? What makes Abraham a Muslim?
You didn't get to ask questions. I asked you, you are the one that said Abraham worshipped Yahweh. That's why he's not a Muslim. And the way we know he worshipped Yahweh is because of the Torah. I asked you, was the
Yeah,
Torah
we
written
get
in
that. We
Islam? You
get that
said
from the
no.
Torah.
I'm now asking you who wrote the Torah so that we can know whether it was anachronistic or it was written during the time of Abraham. So can you please answer the question?
Well, the 5 book of Moses is attributed to Moses. We know Moses wrote a part of it, and then it was finished by the Israelites. So we have a narrator that finished. We don't have a specific name, but we know that person was from among the Israelites.
Was Moses, thank you, very clear. Moses and the other Israelites narrators. All right. Did Moses see Abraham?
If Moses saw Abraham,
Yes.
Abraham existed long before Moses. Moses grew up in Egypt. So where are you going with this?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, man. You haven't landed yet. You're not
Moses
making any
is not an eyewitness of Abraham, correct?
So just because Moses did not meet Abraham, don't mean that Moses don't know what his forefather did, or
how will he know if he was not there and there are no TV and video documentaries? How will he know?
Because striving. I don't think you understand how tradition.
How will Moses know what happened to Abraham if he was not there? Please, how will he know?
Listen. The Jewish people was very, very strong when it comes to tradition. Okay. From Abraham all the way down past Moses to Joshua to the kings, they have records of even the chronicles of their kings.
That's
Every
fine.
single
So you're telling me
the year that they ruled and the year that
please,
they died.
James, don't waste the time. Don't waste the time.
Traditions were passed down from generations to generation.
So Moses had traditions, and that's what he used to find out what his forefather worshipped, correct?
No, Moses did not have traditions were passed down.
How did Moses know who Abraham worshipped? Please, how did he know?
I just told you
Moses only.
I just told you that.
What is the answer then?
I just told you that. When we talk about Jewish traditions, we're talking about accounts of the Jewish history, their culture. Then.
So he had accounts. That's what generation
to generation.
All right, then. So accounts culture passed on generation.
If Moses wrote anything about Abraham, that's because he received that tradition, from his forefathers.
All right. So the way Moses knew what Abraham worshipped is because he received accounts generation from generation that told him what his forefather worshipped, correct?
And he experienced the same God that Abraham experienced. So that confirms, everything.
Which one is it? Is it the generation he received or what he experienced from God? How did he know this information, please?
No, I think you're conflating two things. I'm saying that because
I'm trying to examine the first thing you said. You want to move it.
Hold on.
Now, I want to examine
let me clarify myself.
The handed down accounts, traditions.
I said, because Moses experienced God, he is able to, God was with them the whole time. even though they had their traditions, their Jewish traditions and all of that, but God was with him the entire time, and God could let him know, even if they didn't have the tradition, God could let him know what happened during the time of Abraham, because he saw God, he was talking with God, in the entire time. So either way, Moses would have been able to write what he wrote, whether by tradition or by being with God. Either way, that's You're mute, man. I don't know if you know.
I'm coming. Host, please, can you help me pause my time? I need to finish. I need to attend to something here quickly, please.
Seriously?
All right. Let me stop his time. He has 4 minutes more.
So, guys. So you notice what happened here, right? So all of this rigmarole about Moses and the Torah, he hasn't proved anything about Islam yet. Nothing. We're just running around with Moses and the Torah, and this is the same Torah he depends on to confirm Muhammad, because this is where they take their famous verse from, Deuteronomy 18. He hasn't proved anything yet.
All right. When we wait for Striving to return back and continue his engagement, we want to extend a warm welcome to all those that are joining us here on Faith Unfiltered for the very first time. We have somebody called My Smart Mouth. Please tell us where you're joining from, and are you a believer of God or an unbeliever of God?
Mr. Faith, it's me. I just changed my name. It's Stella. It's Stella. I'm a Christian.
Gisela,
Yeah, it's Stella. Stella.
how are you
It's
doing?
Estella, yeah. I'm good.
Estella, yes. Estella,
Yeah.
we did it on WhatsApp yesterday, right?
Yes.
Okay,
My voice is gone. I've been singing yesterday. I did my performance.
okay. Okay, so
Who's am
all
I
right.
next?
With 4 minutes left of Striving Muslim, I don't know how long.
I don't know what that guy's doing, man.
I don't know what type of break he has taken. So
He
let's
needs the break. He needs it.
move on now. Effendi, fire on.
Thank you, because I have to dash about 1 p.m. I got a meeting. So, brother, you were doing a lot of things. So, there are 2 things I found about you. There's ignorance